Hey guys, it's Amanda. Today I was gonna do a normal video, but then I decided I just wanted to sit down and do my everyday makeup, but I just wanted to talk to you guys because I've been trying to film a video for probably 6 months now, and just every single video I film, I feel like it just doesn't go right, so I just want to sit down and talk and maybe try to be myself a little bit more than what I was trying to be. So we're just gonna get in. I'll probably not gonna explain everything I do, but I'm just gonna do my everyday glowy makeup routine, and I'm just gonna talk to you guys about what's been happening, because I don't know, I feel like I want to do this so bad, but I don't think I'm approaching it the right way, so I'm just gonna get into that. Alright, so I'm just priming with the Becca backlight priming filter. So basically I've been trying to do YouTube. I had the idea about it for probably 2 or something years now, but I didn't really start getting the equipment and really trying to do it until 6 months ago. I started my makeup account a little over a year ago, so I had the whole I really want to do makeup, I want to have a platform, I want to express my makeup and do tutorials and stuff. I had that all done probably about a year ago, but I was too scared to do YouTube until 6 months ago. Gosh, how many times can I repeat myself? So 6 months ago I tried to film a eyeshadow tutorial. I'm pretty sure that's what every single one of my videos have been. And I just felt like there was always something going wrong with it. My camera wouldn't work. I had a really bad camera, and it made me look super pale no matter what I did to the settings, or I was just too awkward on camera. And I always felt when I tried to do an eye look on camera, it would never turn out as good as when I would do it by myself with no pressure of the camera, and I could actually get up close to a mirror. I didn't have to worry about being in frame or anything. So I don't know, I just didn't think that the looks were coming out how I wanted them to. I didn't think that I was being entertaining. I didn't think that I was being who I wanted to be. I wasn't portraying the type of videos that I wanted to. And I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and I just kept shooting and missing. I literally probably filmed 20 videos by now, and I would go to edit them and I'd be I can't, this just isn't what I want to put out on the internet. And I know you can't be perfect your first video, everyone says it takes time, everyone's first video is so cringy, but I just didn't want that. That just wasn't what I was going for. I'm a perfectionist. I needed it to be good, and I was so hard on myself because I watch all these other YouTubers that I love, and I'm not that I was copying them, but I'm that's the kind of content I want to put out, and I wasn't putting out stuff like that. I wasn't being myself. I was being awkward. I didn't have any personality in my voice. It was just me monotonely talking to a camera, and it was obvious that I've never done it before, and I just couldn't put it out there. I would edit, I would film these videos, feel kind of good about them, but then go to edit, and when I was almost done editing, I'd be I can't, the more I edited it, the more I hate it. And that was just really hard, because I've been dreaming about this since I was a little kid, and then I actually put money into it, put time, put all these ideas that I really wanted to do, and I just felt really discouraged. I can't do this. This just, I'm not made these other people. The other people are so gifted. It doesn't seem hard when you're watching it on your computer, but then when you go to do it and try to have a personality when you're just talking to yourself, it's just harder than it looks. So also with all that, I had a bunch of technical errors that I was there's no way that this happens to everyone that tries to do this. My SD card would break, and my Mac would break. There were so many problems with my Mac. I can't even begin to, that just, I could make a whole separate video about that. And I just got so mad because it felt like the universe, I sound crazy, but it felt like everything was going wrong. So I was like, this is the universe telling me like I shouldn't do this, like this just isn't meant for me. And I was just getting so discouraged, like I was like, nothing's working out. It was like really hard. And then I started to get discouraged about my makeup when like at one point I would wake up every day and just be like, I want to create a new look, like that's just what I wanted to do. And then I would just like not want to, which sucks because that was like my passion, was doing this makeup. And the fact that something like this was able to stop me, like to kill my motivation, to kill my passion, to kill like the excitement that I got from makeup, then I started to realize like this is not what's supposed to, like this isn't how it's supposed to work. I shouldn't be letting myself get this down from it and letting it stop me from doing all these things. But then in the back of my mind, I was like, the whole reason I wanted to start YouTube was, okay, backtrack. So I got this idea, like I was like, I'm serious about this, I want to do it. I hadn't gotten all the stuff yet, but I got this idea freshman year. I'm going to junior year right now, but freshman year I just like went through a really hard time where I don't know, I didn't have my place yet, if that makes sense. So I had friends, but like I didn't have anyone I could go to, like any friends that I could go to, and I don't know, I didn't feel like I had anyone I could talk to. Like I felt like I had friends, but it was like acquaintances. Like there was nothing going on where I could like have deep conversations with a friend. And I was like, okay, I can talk to a camera. Like it's just something to tell like stories to and feelings to, and I like that sounds stupid, but I felt like everyone in the YouTube community like was so therapeutic when they had something to say, and I was like, I need that. Like I had a lot of things to say, but I felt like I had no friends to say it to, which really sucked. And it was just a really hard time in my life, so I was like, I'm gonna start this, I'm gonna have people to talk to. Like even if I got no views, it was just letting my emotions out to something, and I really wanted that. So then once all this happened, I'm like, I'm never gonna get that now. Okay, now I do have better friends than I did before, which is awesome, and I have people to talk to now, but that goal that I wanted when I was alone and like just such a vulnerable place in my life, like I keep thinking back to that person who I was back then, and I'm like, I'm letting her down. So basically it was just a bunch of disappointment and hopelessness, like just a bunch of stuff. It really sucked. So now I'm trying to take a different approach to it. I'm trying to not be as hard as on myself, because I know that it's never going to be perfect the first time. Like it takes practice, and even though I have practiced a lot, it's just not gonna be what I want it to be the first time, and that's something that's really hard for me to understand. Like if I'm not good at something the first time I do it, I'm like, I can't do this, which is so wrong. It's such a bad mindset. Don't do that, because like it gets you nowhere. It just puts you in a bad mood, and you just lose motivation, and that's literally gonna do nothing for you. If you do that, if you mope around, it's not gonna suddenly make you good at whatever you're trying to be good at. That's just not gonna happen. You need to keep putting work into it, which is what I'm trying to do. So I've been like, I'd have a bad day, feel really down on myself, about myself, watch YouTube and be like, I could potentially be here right now, but I'm not, because everything goes wrong. And then that's what I was doing today. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get up, put on a cute outfit, do my makeup, just how I want to. This is how I make myself feel better. I'm like, if I dress myself up and then I feel good about myself. Like if you look good, you feel good. That's just like what I do. And so I was like, I'm just gonna do that, and I'm just gonna talk to the camera like I wanted to. And of course I'm not gonna, like, this is still me getting used to talking to a camera, so this isn't really my full personality, but it's so much better. Like on my tutorials I tried to put out, and yes, I love to do makeup, but I think what I'm thinking is I'm gonna stick to doing these really creative artsy looks too. Instagram, because then I can take the time to really make it the way I wanted it to, because it is just really hard to do it on camera. So that's what I'm thinking right now. Of course, anything can happen. I could change. Maybe I get good at doing makeup on camera, and then all of a sudden I'm doing these really creative tutorials, which is what I want to do, but it's gonna take time. So right now, I'm just thinking about doing more like things that, this is like muscle memory to me. Like I don't have to look in a mirror. Like I'm looking in the viewfinder, but I don't have to be like up close to a mirror. So I just think I'm gonna stick to videos like that, and like hair stuff or just lifestyle, that kind of stuff, which is way easier to do on camera, and then I can build up to what I want to be. I think that's what I'm gonna do right now, but I don't know, I needed to stop with all the pressure that I was putting on myself. No one else was putting it on me, but it was just me just wanting to be perfect. And I don't know, I don't think that like everyone says don't try too hard. Like people don't like when you're stuck in a box and you're just talking like a robot. Like no one wants to watch that. That's not fun, or that's not interesting. Like no one wants to watch a robot. They want to watch people that they can relate to. So if you let like your like real side out, then people can possibly relate to you and they like that you're real. So that's what I'm trying to get to. I know it's not like me right now. I don't know, I just really need to talk. I'm gonna go do my eyebrows off camera and then I'll be right back. I also did my mascara off camera because I realized that I couldn't do that on camera either, but now I'm just gonna go in with highlighter and I'll get back to what I was talking about. So my advice to like anyone who is going through the same thing as me, regardless of if it's YouTube or not, if it's literally anything in your life, like it doesn't even have to be something materialistic or anything like that. Just like if you're in school and you feel like you're not being yourself, or if there's a sport that you don't think that you're as good as you want to be, or just, I don't know, like I feel like this sort of topic just relates to a bunch of people. Just take a minute to realize that it's not as deep as you're making it. In the moment, I know it can seem like it's literally the entire world, but if you take a step back and realize that it's not as big as you think it is, you just need to stop putting so much pressure on yourself and take a step back and just take baby steps. Like you're not gonna be perfect the first second you do something, unless like you're naturally gifted, and you're not going to be naturally gifted at a lot of things. That's just not how it works. And if you look up to someone, chances are that it took a long time for them to get where they are, or a lot of work, or quite frankly a lot of money. Like if you look up to someone with a lot of money, it's just not going to be the same process for you. So just stop comparing yourself to people. I know that's probably the biggest mistake I made, is I just wanted to be these people I looked up to. I just kept comparing myself to other people, which is such a big trap. Like no one's the same. You can't compare yourself to anyone, like especially in this like field like of YouTube, because there's so many different routes you could go. There's so much different content you could make. There's no way that you're gonna be the same as someone else. So just stop comparing, take a step back, realize that it's gonna be okay. You just need to take baby steps and just really focus on doing what you can at the moment and then building from there. Also, another thing is to lower your expectations. If you're new at something, like for example YouTube, you can't go into something thinking that you're gonna get all these views, all these subscribers from one video. And I realized that like this video this isn't what I intended to make. Like this wasn't the content I thought I was gonna make going into it, and I don't think I'm gonna get, like I don't care if I get any views, because it's just me letting this out, and I feel like doing this video is gonna help me just get it off my chest, so then I can just start from here. And if I don't care about views, that I don't have any expectations, so I can't let myself down. I make what I want to make, and I do what I want to do, and I won't get let down. If you have nothing to look like, not look forward to, but if you have nothing that you're expecting yourself to do, then you can never let yourself down. And that doesn't apply to everything always. Like, you should have expectations for, like, grades or your health, like, stuff that's important. But stuff like this, which is an option, and it's not as easily attainable as other things, you just gotta start off slow. Put your expectations down really low and just do what you want. And then just build from there. You're gonna get more comfortable, you're gonna get more confident, and everything's just gonna go better from there. That's what I'm trying to do, and I'm speaking like I've done this before, but this is just what I've newly realized and I'm trying to do in the future. So I know this wasn't like a makeup really, I mean, I did my makeup, but I didn't walk through it. I will put either the names of what I use, like, at the bottom of the screen when I'm using it, or I'll put them in the description. They'll be somewhere. But it's just like what I do if I'm gonna put on makeup. No falsies, no eyeshadow, just a neutral, natural, little everyday kind of thing. So I will be putting out different kind of content. I won't be doing sit down, talk to you about my problems and how I'm gonna fix it videos all the time. And I'm probably gonna be doing more makeup, hair hauls, just like basic YouTube. Goodness gracious. But yeah, I mean, thanks if you're watching this. Thanks for sitting through me ranting about why I went about this all wrong for 6 months. And I hope that you see my progress throughout these next few videos, because I'm gonna really try to apply all this stuff I said to myself, because something that I'm so good at is giving people advice and not taking it myself. So I'm going to try to do that. Thank you guys for watching this. Like, I know it's not a typical video, probably no one's watching this because it's not something that people want to watch, but I promise that my other videos are going to be much more entertaining. So yeah, I mean, I'm not even gonna try to do a forced outro because, again, that's trying to fit into a frame that I'm not in. So, okay, bye.